Howdy, Possum Patty and the Soggy Bottom Bunch and Trolls and Fred the Apple and Pixie the Fairy, my sweet little gnome over here, and all the sitting people. Yeah, it's getting very crowded here. That's okay. There's always room for more at Soggy Bottom. Anyway, happy No Stress November. Yes, I've got my cup of tea. I think it's too hot. Let's see. Yeah. Just made that. Gonna let it sit for just a moment there. And let's see. The whole day just kind of went by. Yes. Do you ever have a day like that? Get up in the morning and I did a few things and I don't know. It's like one little thing over here and go wash the stockings out and go put that item away. It's been sitting on the kitchen counter for a month, right? And go outside and put those fairies away because it might snow next Friday. Yeah, I need to put that fairy village that's outside away. I put the fairies in this little container on the deck. Yes, they go inside. Protects them during the winter. Yes, they don't mind at all. It's nice and cozy in there. Well, and then I did a few more things and it's like, oh, the whole day has gone by. Oh my. Nothing major accomplished, but that's okay. No stress November. Just relaxing and putzing. Yeah, I call that putzing. Putzing around. Well, I did come in and spend like maybe 10 minutes thinking about something because you know those little candy corn paper bags that I have in here, and I was like, should I take them out? What should I do with them? The journal is too fat. The journal is too fat. Look at this. I'm just gonna have to live with it. And there's like no room on the shelf over there for this. Unless I put a few things away. Or maybe there's room on that other shelf back there. I could put it up on the top of the other shelf. But I like all my journals over here. Well, maybe I can take some stuff from the bottom of, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that out. And again, do you hear some banging on the door behind you? Miss Stinky Winky Woos is trying to come in. Yes, I just came in with my tea and she's trying to follow me in here. I'm going to have to let her in a moment, but yes. So I was thinking about those paper bags and I came in and I was going through this box. You can't see it, this box over here and scratching my head and looking at stuff. And I'm like, there's stuff in there that I was going to put in my October journal that at the bottom of the pile. And where are they? They're up here. And while looking at them, I was like, I've solved the problem. Yes, well, for at least one set of those little paper bags. And also I cut a paper to go somewhere else where I want to glue something down. And yes, I have more troll journaling to do. I have more journaling from other adventures to do. But, no stress November. I think that was Mr. Possum's yawn. I don't know if you heard that. Not as loud as it usually is, yes. I told him that everybody can hear him sneeze and yawn. Maybe he's trying to keep it down a little. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue a few things in here and think about a few things. And, oh yeah, there's an adventure I never told you about, and it's from May. Yes. Well, I might have told you about it, maybe a little, but then I never journaled about it, never printed out the pictures, never made a journal page. Yeah. No stress. Come on along. Who's at the door? Who's there? Who's there? Stinky. 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 Okay, Miss Stinky Winky Woos is in. Of course, she wants my attention. But she's such a big girl. I really cannot hold her and journal at the same time. No, I can't. Okay. I'm just going to do a few things. Yeah, this is just a no stress journal sesh. Yeah, it's one of those days. Kind of cloudy, kind of rainy, a little bit sunny. I'm going to reach over and grab some tacky glue. Ooh. And move things around and put some glue on this. Do I need a glue sheet? Do I need a glue sheet? Now, I do have some pictures in mind that I'm going to be putting on this page. I'm not doing that today, but I am getting the background ready because I'm thinking about what's going to go on every page. Every page. And okay, I put glue stick in the middle. I'm putting some tacky glue around the edge. Hopefully keep this cardstock down. I'm just going to move the T just a little bit over there. Okay. All right. Spread that around a little bit. And, oh, so heavy. So heavy. Oh, that's not the right page. Where's the right page? Oh, here we are. Okay, what I'm doing on this page is covering up this purple like this. Yes, I have glue all over my fingers. Ollie, I need a towel. Thank you, Ollie. Wow. This journal just has layers and layers. Layers and layers of cardstock and fabric and everything. I just went crazy with this journal. Why is it so fat? I don't know. See, this one page alone has got 3 or 4 layers on there. Oh, well. Oh, well, oh, well. It's like that giant Christmas journal, Christmas in July journal I made. It has summer journaling and Christmas journaling in there. And it is huge, huge. I'm going to use the fabric tack to glue this down. And do I want like a pocket? No, there's a pocket already there. I'm not making a double pocket, no. No, not making a double pocket. So I'm going to put the fabric tack around the edge like this. And that should be good, but I'm going to put a little glue in the middle. Just a little glue stick there. And I'll probably put a clip to hold it. So I'm transforming that purple spiderweb gray into just this pretty blue and gray. So now I'm just going to put something in the pocket and maybe a little something here or somewhere. But that eliminates 2 pages. That eliminates 2 pages. Yes, this page in the back of the pocket. And so I do have pictures. I'm going to put one here and something in the pocket. Yes, okay. So we're going to let this dry, maybe with a clip on there. Now, if you're an awesome possum peep and you watch my shorts, my hashtag shorts, yes, I've been making some shorts like I was talking about with my 9,000, almost 10,000 videos on my phone. Yeah, that's the adventure I'm talking about, the short I put out earlier today. was going to the Peabody Museum with Flat Stanley. And I just, it's hard to put everything in a 1-minute short. So I'm going to make a few more shorts because there are some really interesting things we saw at the museum that I want to share with you. But I thought I would start with the dinosaurs because, those are Flat Stanley's fave thing. Okay, so that's done. What was the other thing? Oh, and go back a page to this black and white spread, right? And remember I said I had something for this page, and I printed it out. And while we were at Clyde's Apple Cider Mill, they had this really scary witch. Now, she was bright and colorful, but I printed it out in black and white, only because everything on the spread is black and white. And I'm going to put it right here where this witch is pointing. I'm going to put the picture right there. And she was one of those, mechanical motion sensor kind of witches. When you walk up to it, she starts talking and moving.
I'll be more than happy to help you find your way. Just come a little closer to me so that I can...
Cackling away. Oh, there was a little kid there who was so cute. She was just laughing and laughing at the witch. So I went up and had my picture taken with the witch and printed it out in black and white, and I'm just sticking it there, and that's it. That page is done. This spread is done. That spread is done. Okay, and I was thinking about some other things to put back in here. Came across a few things in the tray that's on the table. Okay, and that is drying. All right, so now we're here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tie this again. Now, some people make a journal. They actually, I guess, journal on all the pages first and then sew them in when all the pages are done, so they don't have all this business to deal with while they're journaling. And that's one idea. I know I did that with one of my journals, I believe. I think one of my very first journals. After I made a really chunky journal, I'm like, well, what if I make all the pages first and then sew them in? So I did try that. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one I like better. Doing it this way or doing it the other way. Sometimes I kind of like just to have the book all made, sit down and flip through it and journal in it, even if it's chunky. As a matter of fact, I prefer if it's chunky, but maybe not quite this chunky. And yeah, I kind of prefer that. So this is going to be Trolls back here. And this is another adventure. I made a short about this also, Crazy Cousin Bob. And it's so big, but I want to put it in here. I'm almost thinking about putting this on the back page over here, because I can make a pocket and stick this in and then journal over here. So that was something else I was thinking about. Yes, thinking about. Well, I think sometimes you just need some time to sit and think. Yes, you can't always be rushing and doing. Pausing and thinking is very important. While you're thinking, have a cup of hot tea. Yes, have a cup of hot tea. So one adventure was going to the Yale Peabody Museum with Flat Stanley. And it is at Yale University in New Haven. And I used to work not far from there, teaching school, 3rd grade. And I love to take my 3rd graders to the museum. Yes, we had so much fun at the museum. I gave them a scavenger hunt. Yes, and they had to find the answers. I made like a little booklet, and I asked them questions, and they had to do things like count how many eggs were in the dinosaur nest and, fun things like that. I gave them little clipboards and their little booklet and a pencil. And the first thing that happened the first time I did that, security guard came over. The kids aren't allowed to have pencils and things in the dinosaur hall. And he's going on. And then I explained to him what they were doing, and he's looking at the kids, and the kids are all I'm standing talking to the security guard, right? And my 27 kids are by themselves. No parents. No, I don't bring parents. No. And 27 kids were all in little groups at the different stations, and they were reading the signage and writing in their little booklets, and so well behaved and so involved with what they were doing. He looked around, he said, well, for your class, I'm going to make an exception because your kids are really good. I said, great, thank you very much. Yeah, I had some exceptional classes when I taught third grade. I love third grade. They're young and so filled with life. They haven't gotten to that middle school, thing yet. That middle school thing. It's like they're young, but they're also independent. They tie their shoes and blow their nose. I taught first grade too. Yeah, and first graders are just a barrel of monkeys. I love first graders too, but third graders are so independent. You can have so much fun with third grade. So anyway, so I worked in the neighborhood, and I used to take my class, and I love the Peabody Museum only because I've been going there for years and years. Oh, even before I taught a school nearby and took my class there, I worked at Yale in the next building, the science department. Oh, what I'm doing here is just gluing down the brochure. I'm not telling you what I'm doing, but you can see what I'm doing. I'm gluing down the Yale brochure here, and it was just like the perfect size to cover this blank page. If I can get it down right. Oh, it's the morning devil clock. I had to lift this up because I couldn't get it down right. So I'm just putting some more glue so I can stick it back down again. But it's going to be good enough. Yes, it's going to be possum perfect. Going to be possum perfect if I can get it in here. Just on the edge there. Okay. There we go. I think I got it this time. Whatever it is, it's going to be good enough because I'm not picking it up again. There we go. We're going to have a little blue stripe, and that is perfectly fine. Uh-oh. Glue everywhere, I know. So messy in my old age. That's okay. Done is better than perfect. Yes. You need to remember that. Any journal page you do, any journal page you finish, any journal page that gets done is better than the journal page you didn't do. Because you were waiting to make it perfect. Waiting for the perfect time, the perfect supplies, thinking about the perfect way to make the page. Okay, Yale Peabody Museum. And the brochure going to fold out. Maybe fold out if I didn't put so much glue on there. Fold out, ta-da! And you can see third floor there. First floor, second floor, third floor. What it doesn't show is the basement. Yes, so I was working at Yale in the science department. And one of the professors for the freshman biology class, yes, he used to go to the Yale Peabody Museum, and down in the bowels of the museum. Yes, when you go into a museum, what you see is hardly scratches the surface of the specimens that the museum actually has. they have so many things. And so I was down in the bowels of the museum, and I got to go through all the drawers and cabinets and all the stuff, all the stuff that nobody ever gets to see because it's put away. So the professor would take the specimens from the museum and set up a mini museum in one of the classrooms, and then write a test, like a quiz, and the students had to go around to the different exhibits and answer the questions. Now, haha, that's where I got my idea from, right? Well, I was the lab preparator for the freshman biology class, and one of my jobs was actually to like help correct the test, right? So I got to see the test and set up the little mini museum and all that. So yeah, that was so interesting. And so when I became a teacher, that was before I finished my degree in teaching. I was working at Yale. I did the same thing. Of course, I didn't have access to the bowels of the museum where I can get my own specimens, but we were in the neighborhood. I did take my kids over to museum, and we did almost the same thing. So the third graders did almost the same thing that these Yale freshman biology students were doing. So the Peabody Museum, which was built like in 1876, got its first major facelift in like 70 years, right? It was closed for 4 years. For almost 4 years, they just shut it down completely. And they expanded it, and they added natural lighting and very visitor-friendly spaces for, gatherings and new classrooms and all kinds of things, and rearranged the exhibits. Sorry, tea break. This is thirsty work. And yeah, so I was so excited to see what they had done to the museum. But I was also really happy that some of the things that I really, really loved were still there, but a little updated, maybe clean, maybe new signage, some new interactive elements were added perhaps, and there were a few things that weren't quite ready when we went to the opening. Yeah, when they first opened up. So we're going to have to go back so I can check out. There were a few things that weren't quite ready. And one was an exhibit in the rocks and minerals. And you know me with my rocks and minerals. And the fluorescent rock cabinet wasn't ready to go yet. And I know it's up and running now because my niece went and took her kids, and she's, took some pictures and said that that's working now. And I'm like, okay, great. We'll go back one of these days and check that out. All right, so Possum Patty, you put down the brochure. What was your idea for the bags? Well, I have 2 postcards. I have the woolly mammoth. Looks like a buffalo kind of creature there. Looks like a turkey vulture. Oh, saber-tooth tiger. There's a beaver. I guess beavers have been around a long time. Well, possums have been around for a long time too, but I don't see a possum on there. And look at this. Ta-da! This is going to hold my postcards. And I got one from the dinosaurs. Like that. All right. See? So I'm going to put pictures and journaling on the back of the postcards. And I thought maybe on the pocket, I do have this sticker from the Peabody Museum. I could add that. Or I do have the bag from the gift shop with their little logo on it. I could add that. I know some people would just go ahead and put the whole bag in, but the purpose was to use the bags that were already there. So cutting into it. Does it fit on there? Ooh, it'll just fit on there. If I can cut it even. So the Yale Peabody Museum has these giant dioramas of different ecosystems. And I was so happy they were still there. Probably all cleaned up, but still there. And a lot of the dinosaurs were still there. And of course, the rocks and minerals, but they added new things. Okay, dokie. All right, so another glue paper. And this is a sticker. I know, I'm a big spender. When I go to the gift shop, I'll buy a postcard and a sticker. Just a few things to journal with, yeah. I don't need much. Yeah, okay, I like that. I got my brochure here. I might do some journaling right on the brochure. My short that I made, I'll link it below if you haven't seen it, is about the Burke Hall of Dinosaurs and a World of Change, which is about extinct animals and the present day animals that are found in this area. Yeah. We did go through here, Mesoamerica, Andes. The dioramas are here, North American dioramas, dynamic nature, Connecticut dioramas, living lab. Oh, this was so interesting. This is new. Yes, this is new right here. The minerals are over here, earth and space. All right, let me put my pictures on the back of these and do my journaling. I was just reading the back of this card, and it says there's a dire wolf on this side. And it's like, where's the dire wolf? Oh, you know, it might have got cut off because there's the horse. There's a mastodon, a giant beaver, a vulture, a mammoth, a musk ox, a bison, a saber-toothed cat, a dire wolf, and a horse. Oh, I see it. It's right here. You could just see the head right there. There's the head of the dire wolf, and he's going after the bison there. And the horse, you could just see the head of the horse there. It didn't all fit. May 15th, 2024, after being closed for almost 4 years, the museum reopened with free admission. Yay! I love the new open, brighter spaces and that my old fave exhibits are still there. And so we're going to put that in this pocket. Flat Stanley had a great time at the museum. He loves dinosaurs, and he got to climb up on a real meteorite. And the dinosaurs are going in this pocket. And yay, I've got something accomplished today. Well, I guess that was just a little bit more productive than I thought it was going to be. Yippers. Wow. Okay. I'm getting so close to the end here. So close. Still a bit of more work to go here. Or should I say play? Yeah, a little bit more play to go in this journal. Will I get it done by the end of the month? We shall see. We shall see. Thanks for coming along today. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye. Meditations on the Earth, a celebration of nature in quotations, poems, and essays. When, as a very small child, I was playing with a horsetail that had been growing as a weed in one of our flower beds, dismantling it section by section like a construction toy, I remember how my father told me it was one of the oldest plants on Earth, and I experienced a curious confusion of time. I was holding the oldest plant in my hand, and so I, too, was old. Jacquetta Hawkes, 1910, English archaeologist and writer.